Hey, what's up guys? Jacob J-Man here from iEliteOpz, and today I'm bringing you guys a game of Team Deathmatch on the map Firing Range. And as you see here, I am leading off with my ever so popular opening grenade throw. This time I'm a little unlucky, don't get anything, but that's okay. As you see, I'm using the Silence Famas, and this is pretty much what I want to talk about. Not necessarily the Famas, but silence weapons in general, especially a core set of weapons that I have chosen to start using, and I will explain that a little bit later. But first, let me describe to you this class that I found. And pretty much I saw a guy using a silence weapon in a map, or not a map, but a match on Team Deathmatch, and I was having trouble locating this guy just because he didn't show up on the mini map. And a lot of the time I try and use my mini-map to my full advantage, but if someone has a silenced weapon, it is impossible to see them on your mini-map, and you have to use your senses just by what you hear and the direction your guy's facing, which is kind of hard if you don't have one of those special headsets that pretty much tells you where everything is. So I decided to start using the silencer pretty much for this reason. Because I wanted to be like that guy and be a pain in the butt to find, while still having an effective kill range, and be able to still get the same amount of kills. So I used the Famas this round, which is actually quite good with a silencer still. If you're not good with accuracy, I don't suggest this, because you do have to hit most of your shots for it to be effective with the silencer. But if you have a fairly good shot, I strongly suggest using a silencer on the Famas, and also these perks that I'm going to describe to you right now. The first perk that I like to use with silenced weapons is Scavenger, because you have the silencer, so you will most likely need more bullets to kill your opponent, simply because the range isn't as great, so most of the time you'll be out of that range and you'll lose a shot or two with your gun to put down an enemy. So Scavenger is great. You're going to have to use a lot more bullets to kill people, so having more rounds and not having to worry about picking up a weapon is great. Plus, if you pick up another weapon, it's most likely not going to be silenced. So it always keeps you silent at all times with Scavenger. And I also use the pro version of Scavenger, which is probably one of my favorite perks that I've found lately, just because Scavenger Pro lets you pick up tactical grenades and your lethal grenades. And I've always been a fan of using my tactical grenades with the concussion grenades quite often. So while using these tactical grenades, it always slows down your opponent if you hit them in range, and lets you know that an opponent's in that area. But if you pick up more and more, you can use them less tactically and more just as, okay, I'm running into a space in front of me, I'm going to check to see if someone's there. And if they are, it's going to be harder for them to kill me, just because they're not going to be able to have as much movement if they've been hit with a concussion grenade. So it's very beneficial in multiple ways, and having that extra lethal grenade after you use it is very nice, because you can throw more frag grenades or some Texas than you normally do in one life. And especially with the frag grenade, its killing ability is like really good. So I always find myself not rushing into an area all as much. Like if I hit someone with a concussion grenade, I might throw a frag grenade in that area instead of rushing in, just because I have a higher percentage of not dying and I can still possibly pick up that kill. Now my second perk is Sleight of Hand, of course, just because it's really good for aiming down sights quicker and reloading quicker. And my last and final perk is Marathon. And I decided to go with Marathon other than Ninja or what's another perk? the one where you can hacker. I was gonna say the one where you can see enemy equipment, but I remembered what it was called. Hacker. Simply because Ninja doesn't really seem to be a big factor in this game unless you're playing enemies with the crazy expensive headsets, and most people don't even really realize that you can hear the enemy footsteps and use it to their advantage. So I decided to stay away from Ninja there, and Hacker, I mean, it might help you every once in a while, but Ninja seemed to be the smart choice here because I can get from one spot of the map to the other a lot quicker, and I can cut down on that distance between me and my enemy, which is really going to help while I'm using silenced weapons because the range is reduced while using a silenced weapon. I'll talk about silenced weapons more in my next video. But until then, I hope you guys enjoy the video, so please leave a rating, and if you want to see some more videos, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks, guys.